209 days ago, this series called the Noob2Pro Series was started with the aim of completing all the Habitat missions in Raid Shadow Legends. We didn't put a timer to it, we didn't try to go all out and be extremely fast as possible, but wanted to get the missions done accordingly. We did branch out along the way and get other things done in Raid, but finally I can tell you that this is the end of the Noob2Pro series. Why is the series ending? It's because we finally reached the Habitat missions that originally what we wanted to obtain. This is the end of the series. Complete all missions here and collect your reward to unlock the next part. Yes, there's another part out there. That's why I didn't really know that this day was coming. Yesterday when I was making a Noob2Pro video doing about Helicat and all that I was going on, I forgot that this was the end part, because it says beat dungeon at level 17 and the next mission said beat dungeons at level 20. I forgot that that was the ending part, because I already reached the one that says upgrade a Great Hall medal to a Great Hall bonus to level 10. We did that, so I didn't know that this was the day it was ending, else I would have been doing a countdown or something. But today I just completed all the missions. The last one was to beat the clan boss at nightmare or ultra nightmare level and get, I think it's 100 million damage on the night clan boss, and I did that. I did spend gems. Yes, I did use gems to buy extra keys to make sure I get it done with this Demeter comp, and I did 11 million in 3 keys, and that was it. I was like, okay, mission done, and Habitat just popped up for me to claim. Now I'm not going to claim that right now, although that will be the climax of this event or this video, but let me not be the let me not just claim Habitat on a day like this when it's not part of CVC, it's not part of a champion chase. You know, we have to claim these champions as part of something, you know, so you double dip on something that is worth it, especially CVC during you know, those special rewards that CVC gives, or during a champion chase. So here's, now that you've seen that the Noob2Pro has achieved the Habitat missions that we originally claimed to or originally wanted to, what will be the next thing for this account? The next thing I'll tell you right now is to stop playing on the account and give it away to somebody who will maybe appreciate it. You guys know the way I played on the Noob2Pro, I didn't like focus on this account entirely and let my main account rot. No, I played on my main account consistently and played on the Noob2Pro sometimes. So that's why some days on the Noob2Pro there was no update or there was nothing to post, because I was focused on my main account more than the Noob2Pro. I didn't put all my attention here. What I'm saying is that I didn't get a particular attachment to this account. So before we do give it away though, I want to let you know what this account has achieved in this short period of time. 230 days to be exact, I think. That's how long it took us to get here. And even if the episodes did say 210, because we are currently on day 211 right now on the Noob2Pro, and we've finally finished our beta missions. This can be done in a very even in a shorter time if you speed run it, but I did not speed run this. We still have the Helicat fusion to complete on this account, and yes, I am still going to complete this Helicat fusion before we give this account away. So before we do give it away though, let me quickly show you our progress so far, the journey so far, so to say, on this account. The first thing I'll remember as my best moments is the first time we started the series, and it got so much love from you guys. People watched even from day 1, day 2. People wanted to see daily updates. I was in the comments, I was seeing all your likes and all your comments that you dropped. A lot of people followed the accounts all through the days, and even when I missed one day that I couldn't upload a daily update for it, I did feel bad. So on the first day, I think we did day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and we skipped day 5. You see, so some days we did skip on some days, and I post day 6 and so on. So out of all these days, the best one for me is when we pulled a void. Is it a void legendary? No, it's not a void legendary. The day we pulled a Sifi. It's a normal champion from a ancient shard. So that was the day I will cherish as the day that the account changed forever. Now, we didn't immediately start using Sifi, and she didn't really, unlock a lot of things for us. It's because we've had great epics already on the account. I'm talking about what's her name? Let me head over there so you can see some of the champions that we did pull along the way. The greatest epics that we had on the account that carried us through everything was when Fane was given to us. Clan Boss was unlocked. We started doing brutal damage. And then we got, what's her name, Venomage. Venomage was also a good champion that helped us unlock a lot of dragon content because we needed gear on all our champions. So we were not relying on Kale anymore for damage. And when the arena was a little bit difficult, we turned our heads into this champion, Filja. What's her name? Where is she? Filja. Did I put her in the vault? I think I put her in the vault. I can't find her yet. She might be in the vault. Let me quickly check to make sure I've not used her as food. Yes, she's right there. Filja. We turned to Filja to help us make the arena easier. And K wasn't any more our arena nuker, and Filja took over. Right now, she's no longer doing that role because I built her separately for the Scarab boss, I guess. So we've seen a lot of epics that have been game changing, and I've mentioned some already. If I should mention some more, we did get Okorbrola. We didn't really get the time to use him. Vogot was key because he carried us through a lot of dungeons as the person we always put at the last place to place that provoke to control the waves and also give us time for us to turn back to our abilities and all that. We have not really benefited from using Seal the Drake. I did spend all the Tag Arena tokens on Drexter, and we finally got him. I think it's a little bit more than the 100 days required, and we also was able to fuse Razen. He was supposed to be a Clan Boss champion, but fortunately for us, we got a Filja, which made it possible for us to unlock unkillable teams. So the account has been, normal account. I don't see anything extremely crazy going on here besides that Sifi. That Sifi was one that was just incredibly game changing. But I did not let Sifi change the way the account progressed. I still, allowed it. I still put Sifi at the back burner and let other champions, epics especially, carry the team forward. That's what I did. Instead, even in most battle, I put Muslim Mage or I'll put Vogot instead of putting in a Sifi there because I just didn't want her to come here and take over. We did put an apothecary very late in the game, and our first legendary on the account was a Molly Tankard, a champion who we immediately took to 60, and she helped us a lot in the arena, get through those early arena missions, those ones that required to reach a particular great hall level. And we farmed a lot of arena, and we got a lot of stats also from the arena because most of our gear was not good enough. And this account has been through a lot of all-night dragon farming, which has helped us a lot in the gear department. We did take an Amiga to level 60 because we needed him for the spider, and he did serve his purpose for the spider. That was before we got the main spider champion, who is now Drexter. But Drexter and Amiga still going together because Drexter takes the tank and Amiga does the turn meter. We did finally pull a Cold Heart in the last Void Shard 10 pull that we did, and she didn't really get a chance to show her skill on the account. But hey, she'll be joining somebody's spider team, I guess. So that has been the game-changing champions that we pulled on the account. We've gotten some epics along the way that are duplicates, and I've put them in the faction guidance to give us some buffs, I guess. I also put some rares worthy of note. We can't just come here and talk about these champions and not mention Kale and Frozen Banshee. Those two champions took me to higher levels in the dragon, and also helped me to start beating the Minotaur without them dying and the run failing. So those are the two champions I'll call out first of all, as I did obtain this champion, I think, from a mystery shard, if I can remember correctly. All right, is there any other one that I'm failing to mention? Some of the legendaries we did ignore that we did pull. I'll talk about this first one that we got. What's his name? Right here, Roba. We did have great plans for this guy. We wanted him to be the arena nuker because when Molly places are provoked, he can increase the damage even more than he does. So I had great plans of testing him out, because this is not a champion I have on my main account. So I was kind of interested and to test him out, but because of a lot of things are always taking your time, you know, you're always being pulled different places in raid, we kind of let him sit here even after getting masteries on him. So all we needed to was just put gear on him. Of course, silver is always an issue for a Noob2Pro free-to-play series like this. So we didn't really have unlimited resources to start gearing any champion that we get immediately. And of course, the gear wasn't always there. But at least we should have at least given him something and tried him out. So I'm sad we didn't really get to see what he can do. Another champion that I'm kind of sad about we didn't really appreciate is King Garrok, because this is not another champion that is not famous or popular in the raid community. So I wanted to actually use him also on this account to see how it works. I don't have him on my main account also. Now for War Mother, that's another one that I've already taken to 50. We already know what she does, bombs. So I was also sad that I didn't really get to test her out and use her as part of one of the teams in the account. So we just relied on epics in all dungeons, and I think it worked out. To improve our campaign farming, we did take a fair hand to 60, but he never really get to see battle because he's still getting levels, I guess, and I wanted to get him masteries before I took him to the campaign. Not necessary, but I didn't have the gear required to nuke the waves in one shot. That's what I think. And that's why I wanted to give him that mastery that ignores defense, Hem Smasher, before I took him to the campaign. So I still maybe will do that, but no time to farm the Mino right now because I'm trying to do a fusion right now. Duke the Pierce is one champion that we've relied on in terms of being the main champion we want to use for decreased defense. Remember, the account started with using War Maiden as decreased defense at level 50, and right from time I never really wanted to take War Maiden to level 60 because I knew there are other decreased defense champions who are better at it, who will come along the way. And yes, we did get Terrell, who was better than War Maiden, and right after we did get Duke the Pierce, who is better than Terrell. I'm talking about for the purpose of a decreased defense champion. Not for other reasons, Terrell might be better because of his A1 decreased attack, especially for the clan boss, and he nukes. Duke the Pierce does nuke too though. Maybe a damage test between the two is something that will help me decide who is better. Alright, now for the end game content, we did finally pull a Seer from a voice shard, another champion that I don't have on my main account, and I was always jealous of the Noob2Pro when it pulled these champions that I don't have on my main. On my main, I'm always pulling duplicates of legendaries and epics that I already have. So I still don't have this champion. And another one to watch out for that I do not have, that I see that is an end game one besides Seer. No, I do have all of them. Farrakhan the Fat was a champion we pulled, and it stays in our vault for a while until I woke up and say, oh, I needed him for the Fire Knight, and I built him, and now he's in almost every team, including even the potion keeps that I'm currently farming in Spirit Affinity. So he's awesome champion that I use everywhere now, including Dragon also, because of the way he just makes one of the enemies go down with just one target. So we don't stay there trying to kill them for long. There are other epics that we didn't really get a chance to use or build. Let me quickly check out. Scabrius is one. Then Colinia is kind of new. Dark Elhain, we wanted to build that for faction wars. That's another content we never really focused about. I'll show you the other content that we are going to talk about later. But one major reason why this account progressed so far or so smoothly was because of we getting an unkillable clan boss team in Demeter, Sika, what's her name now? This champion is going to be the next one, but I think Heres is going to be the next one to replace this dude. So that team really helped us to progress and getting more legendaries and getting more levels in the clan boss in terms of Ultra Nightmare rewards. So let's go over to our shards and show you how we've been progressing. 10 secrets right there. That's the amount of secrets you expect from the last time a 2x secret ends to the next time again. So you're expecting about 10 to 15 secret shards saved up before, and so we are kind of hitting those numbers, which is a good thing. In terms of ancient shards, we do get about 80 to 100 ancient shards also. From the last time there's a 2x ancient to the next time there's a 2x ancient. I think it's a 1 month gap or so, I forget. So That's the clan boss drops has been good to us. I'll say that right now. Now let's head over to the dungeons and see the progress. Everything is in level 20. All the keeps are at level 20, 15. Ice Golem is 20. Everything is 20. Now there is always progress to push it further, but that will require changing a lot of gear and building charms for the better than using the beginner gear. Dragon is also at level 25. That's the only dungeon I've actually pushed, because it's the dungeon we needed gear from the most in the elite mid game. We're still not yet in the late game, I guess. For arena, the last team that we put together that was doing arena for us was the Sifi team. I'll call it a defense team because of the way they relied on decreased defense. They relied on increased defense and used a defensive nuker right there in Razen, who I built for damage instead of clan boss, because I no longer needed him for the clan boss. So I'm just going over what the account has achieved, so you guys also know if you are interested in winning it. I currently fallen very low in tier of tag team arena, only because I set a one-man defense right here. I've put a full man defense back up because I'm tired of falling, but I set a one-man defense so I can fall low and farm this bazaar for energy. And I had a lot, but right now I've bought ancient shards, so I've dropped low because there's currently a tag team arena tournament going on, which has energy that I needed. So that's why the arena is. But bronze 4 is a good one. If I don't take out my strong defenses, I might even increase to silver 1 or 2. So because those are easy teams to beat. 3v3 arena is not something we actually focused on. Faction was, well, the most advanced one in terms of is this Dark Elves faction that has Kale, because he nukes, right? So that's one of the easiest one. High Elves is also really advanced in terms of how high level we are. There's a faction that has almost completed, that just has one more stage for me to beat. Is it the dwarf? I'm not talking about number of stars obtained now. I'm talking about, yes, I guess his number of stars actually counts. There's no way for me to tell which one I've progressed the most, but I think dwarfs and that's Dark Elves and Barbarian Crypt is also easy because I have Farrakhan the Fat and I have Seal the Drake right now. So their faction wars is progressing just fine, and most of these champions, if built, will do better. So I've shown the clan boss. The next place is the Doom Tower, which I progressed slowly. Last time we actually almost completed the last boss, but we didn't because we didn't want to rebuild champion for the Doom Tower. But right now I have Filger built to take down this boss, and I do have a shield guy who is Lodric Falconhar, right, for this content. So we have most of the champions required to beat Doom Tower on normal and get to the top, and we have the gear because they can beat Dungeon 25, so they cannot actually beat Doom Tower normal waves. It's just the boss that requires some little tweaks and some specific champions to get to the top. And like I said, this is Boomer rotation, so I'm not really, and Dark Phase, so I'm not really focused on them at all, because it's a little bit different than other rotations that don't require specific champions to beat. So that has been what the Noob2Pro has achieved in all this time. It's kind of a sad one to let it go, but it has to be done. Let me tell you why I'm giving this account away. Like I said, I'm not attached to it personally. I play more on my main account, and I get most of the content I push out to you guys are from my main account, in terms of champion guides, in terms of little tips and tricks that helps both beginner, mid, and even end game players. I all find it out from playing on my main account. I also hang out a lot on the Raid official Discord, the early game sections, to find out some things that new players are complaining about or asking about or trying to learn about, which I also put out in a video and bring out. So the Noob2Pro did help us to get some awesome content to watch while you're chilling in your house playing your raid, and you just see a video from Bricks. It's about the Noob2Pro, and you just follow along to see what the account has been up to. But it has to go because I don't want to spend 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. playing Raid Shadow Legends. That's the truth. It's more like something you want to do for 2-3 hours a day, and then you close it. Come back later in the evening and then play some more, and then you close it. That's how it should be. Raid shouldn't be open from the time I get to the office. Yes, I'm at the office. It shouldn't be open from the time I get to the office till the time I go to the house, I still have to open it, still running stuff. Why? Because I'm playing on 2 different accounts. So because I wanted to stop doing that, that's why I'm starting actually giving out that first account giveaway. And now the Noob2Pro also has to go because I don't want to play on 2 accounts. Originally, at first, you get bored from one of your accounts. It's always good to start up a new account to get the experience again, to get the excitement. But when the second account becomes to be a grind, when I want to go to bed, I have to decide, do I want to farm Dragon 25 on my main account or Spider 25? Or do I want to farm Dragon 25 on the Noob2Pro? That is a decision I have to make based on how much energy each of them have. Now, I have 2 systems right there, so it's easy for me to log in both and run both. But I'm telling you, I have 2 mounts. It's not been easy, basically. That's what I'm saying. It's good for content, but when that content goal of Arbiter has been achieved, I know a lot of people try to set a new goal. Hey, let's try to reach this level. Let's try to get Romanto. Let's try to finish Faction Wars. Let's try to finish Doom Tower. Guys, I already have a guide all about Doom Tower, showing how I progress from normal to hard and finish all the bosses and even secret rooms. I have that playlist. Check out the videos. I have a guide for Faction Wars already, showing how I beat on my main account from the first stages of Faction Wars. The bosses, that's the main thing people want to know. Nobody wants to be interested in how you beat the earlier stages. The main thing that I focused on for my Faction Wars series are the final bosses, how I actually beat and completed and got the Lydia completed on my main account. So I've completed those 2 things. Does that mean we cannot do it again? Yes, we can always do it, because the champions I use here might be totally different from the champions I used to complete it the first time. So I'm giving excuses why I don't want to push this Noob2Pro series to the next level. I think it's best, you guys agree with me that it's best we start something fresh, something new. But not yet. Hold on. This is the 15th or 16th of the month, right? 16th of the month. Any new series we start on this channel has to be started on the 1st of the month. I have to take about this week to complete this current fusion that is currently going on, right? There's a fusion going on. So this fusion has to be completed on the Noob2Pro before we focus on any other new thing, or even before we give the account away to somebody who gets the fusion champion and everything that has been added to it. Now, for the account giveaway that I announced before, for the end game account that has all those other stuff, it's still going on. We are currently at about 2,900 or close to 2,900 subscribers. At 3,000, that's when we intend to give that account away. So if you've not hit that subscribe button, it will really help us a great deal to hit that 3,000 subscriber mark for this channel, so that I can give that account away. It's taking too long, guys. Come on, hit that red subscribe button if you've not done so already. I really appreciate you guys watching, liking and commenting, but make sure you're subscribed. Just check, so that we can give these accounts away. The Noob2Pro has to go the same day. On the same day that I give that account away, somebody's second in the turn when we do the pull from the draws, right? Somebody's second in the draws will also win this Noob2Pro. So there is a first account giveaway. I'll pin the video right there so you can check out that account and all it has if you've not seen that. And then there's this Noob2Pro, which I just showed you all it has achieved. And it's not as end game and something like that, but the other account is much more advanced than this one, I know, in terms of legendaries and content that it has beaten. So this Noob2Pro has to also been given away. So what is next on the channel? What is the next for me? Do I branch out like everybody else and also do what do you call this other game, Diablo Immortal, with a second YouTube channel for Diablo Immortal? Is that something that everybody is looking forward to? Is that something I want to try? I did download the launcher, but battle.net, but I've never really launched the game. I don't want to start something that I cannot complete. So is that something that, because definitely I'm not going to post Diablo Immortal on this channel. I'm not going to convert my raid channel also to Diablo. So is that something I have to create a separate YouTube channel for, or do I post it on this? Is that even a game that I want to even look at, because of the amount of negative comments that are coming in, and so much negativity? And you know, I always approach things from the free to play aspect. I don't intend to spend on it. So is that something that's going to affect me? You guys who know much about Diablo, let me know in the comments what you think. Do we start a new Noob2Pro series on the 1st of next month, which is July? That's when this fusion can end and we can start something new. Noob2Pro series, do we make it spicy just like everybody is doing theirs? Rares only, epics only, legendaries only. I mean, it has to be special. Or this one wasn't special in any way, we just focused on the arbiter, because I didn't want to set all these parameters and restrict myself. That would not be fun. It might be fun to watch, but it might be really frustrating for me playing the game and seeing champions I cannot use. It will be really, really frustrating for me, I tell you the truth. That's why I don't see myself doing any Noob2Pro series where I will restrict myself from using a particular set of champions, rares, epics, or legendaries. So maybe it's something that we'll have to look forward to in the future, but it's not something I'm really, really excited about doing. So yes, the Noob2Pro series have achieved the arbiter missions. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you about what is next for the account, and that is a giveaway. Don't try to convince me in the comments to push this account to the next level. Like I said, it's not something that I want to do based on the amount of time it takes to play on one account and the second account. Yes, I'm a content creator, and yes, this is what we're supposed to be doing, but we're not supposed to be doing it from 8 a.m. all the way to 9-10 p.m. sometimes even 1 a.m. 2 a.m. in the morning. So that's not what raid should be. It shouldn't be something that, you know, occupies that amount of time in your day. All right, I'm finished rambling about what has been happening on the Noob2Pro, and we are glad that it finally got to this. I wish I could claim this arbiter right now and show you to her, but I guess we'll just have to do with the her picture right here that is available for us to view. Did I go into the wrong one? Okay, let's just make do right now with this picture of her and claim it as the reward that we finally achieved. This might not be the last video from the Noob2Pro. The last video that I'll post from the Noob2Pro will be one showing you or talking about the fusion champion that we received on the Noob2Pro, because this account is still going for the fusion of Helicat. All right, you guys, let me know what you think about this one. Congratulate the Noob2Pro in the comments below. Everybody right now, type it, congratulations, if that's the only comment you'll drop, because this is really, really an achievement to be done in 210 days or so, or 230 days. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Later.